AM show.
All right, joining us now is Chorus. More than ever, we're relying on not just the internet at home, but good internet at home, as you will know, for anyone who's tried to do a Zoom lately. With our ever-growing use of it during lockdown, just how important is it? And more importantly, how accessible is it? We've partnered with Chorus this morning and have broadband Compare CEO Gavin Male on to help us navigate it, to get through it. Gavin, good morning.
Good morning. How are you all?
Really good. Tell us how dependent we are, because I think, you know, for me, I acknowledge that I do probably have a high dependency on the internet for my day-to-day living. How dependent are New Zealanders on the internet as compared to, say, the rest of the world?
Oh, well, I think New Zealand at the moment in particular is hugely dependent on the internet, and a reliable, high-quality broadband connection is just imperative for everyone in the country. I mean, we've got homeschooling, we've got meetings, we've got working from home, we've got Zoom videos to talk about this stuff on TV. So I think versus the rest of the world, definitely our usage and our data consumption is really ramping up.
And how do we compare when it comes to choice and price as consumers?
Yeah, so I mean, that's something that lots of Kiwis aren't necessarily aware of. And that's the fact that there are literally more than 100 different internet providers in New Zealand. I mean, people are usually aware of like the top sort of 3, 4, 5, and then some of the challenger brands, but there are hundreds of alternatives, lots of different connectivity types, and things like the fibre broadband network that the government's invested so much cash into has just really transformed connectivity for New Zealand.
And there's lots of bundles, isn't there? You know, whenever probably most households get their broadband, it's in some way through a bundle with other things.
Yeah, I mean, it is, and there's lots of alternatives, and part of the change to regulations that sort of increased competition a few years ago when the fibre network was first being built means that there's just an awful lot of competition out there. There's thousands of different plan options, and yeah, you can bundle with your mobile, with streaming packages, with power, and we're seeing more and more people again enter the market. There's media companies now coming in, and all sorts of people coming in. So just basically, there's more competition than ever. Prices have pretty much plummeted in the last 1 to 2 years. So if you haven't really looked at your broadband connection and how much you're paying, then it's really worthwhile now.
Yeah,
because it is cheaper than it's ever been.
Absolutely, and it's one of the few prices. I mean, we had the inflation data out the other day. It's one of the few things that's actually gone down over the last year or so. Gavin, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it. That is Broadband Compare CEO Gavin Male on the show this morning.